Dear friends, I am going to explain the uh, next topic of this related to the gear is the helical gear. Helical gear is the type of the gear uh, in which join the two parallel shafts, but axis of this gear is but the axis of the two shafts should be parallel, but teeth of teeth of this helical gear is inclined to the axis. Already it is explained in the introduction lecture where the Esper gear has been discussed. But now briefly I will again discuss the helical gear. This helical gear in the teeth, it is inclined to the axis of the shaft. So in this gear, in Esper gear, the contact between meshing teeth occurs along the entire face width of the tooth, resulting in the sudden application of load, which in turn result in the impact condition and generate noise in high speed application. In helical gears, the contact between meshing teeth points uh, begin with the points on the leading edge of the tooth and gradually extend along the diagonal line across the tooth. There is a gradual pickup of the load by the tooth, resulting in the smooth engagement and mm, quick operation even at the high speed. Helical gear are used in automobile turbines and high speed application up to 3000 meter per minute. There are two basic type of the helical gear: parallel and cross helical gear. Parallel helical gears operates at two parallel shaft. In this case, the magnitude of the helix angle is same for the pinion and gear. However, the hand of the helix is opposite. A right-handed meshes with the left-handed tooth and vice versa. Cross helical gear, which is cross helical gears, are mounted on the shaft which crossed axis. Their teeth may have the same or opposite hand of the helix. The discussion in this chapter is only for the parallel helical gear. So the some terms which is important to know related to the helical gear. So first one is the hand of the helix is indicated by drawing three thin continuous line, which is shown in the figure. This one is the hand of the. This is the hands of the. Hands is represented by three continuous line. Pinion, this is the pinion and right-handed helical teeth. The right-handed helical teeth, it is slope of this is towards right, and it is described. The line are sloping downward to the right side of the page for right-handed helical teeth. This is the right-handed helical teeth, but the lines are sloping upward to right side of the page of the left-handed teeth. This one is the left-handed teeth, is sloping upward, so this is known as the left-handed teeth. So the top view of the parallel helical gear shown in the figure. The top view, this is top views. This one is the top view of the gear is shown in the. This is the sectional view. This one is the top view, and this is explained here. The position of top view of parallel helical gear shown in the figure. A1, B1, A2, B2 are the center line of the adjacent teeth taken on the pitch plane. A1, B1 and A2, B2. A1, B1. This one is the A1 and B1, and A2, B2, which is the A2, B2, are the center line of the adjacent teeth, taken on the pitch plane. The angle A1, B2, A2 is the helix angle. This angle is the A1, A2, B2. This angle is A1, A2, B2. This is known as the angle A1, B2, A2. A1, B2, A2. This angle is known as the helix angle, and this is denoted by psi. It is defined as the angle between axis of shaft and the center line of the tooth taken on the pitch plane. It is defined as the angle between axis of the shaft and center line of the tooth. Axis of the shaft and center line of the tooth, make center line of the tooth, center line of the tooth taken on the pitch plane. X-axis is the plane of the rotation. X-axis is the plane of rotation. This one is the x-axis. X-axis is the plane of rotation. YY is the plane perpendicular to YY is the plane which is perpendicular to the tooth element. The distance A1 A2 is called A1 A2. Distance A1 A2 is called the transverse pitch, and the A1 A2 is the transverse pitch P, which is measured in the plane of rotation. The distance A1C is called the normal pitch. This one is known as the normal pitch. It is considered normal on the distance, normal on the teeth. This is the normal teeth, and it is denoted by normal circular pitch denoted by Pn, which is measured in the plane perpendicular to the tooth element. So now you have idea about the normal and circular pitch. Now from the triangle A1 A2C, tan Pn by P is equal to A1C by A1 A2 is equal to cos psi. So P1 is equal to P cos psi. This is the normal pitch, transverse pitch, and psi is the helix angle. Diametrical pitch, we know the circular pitch, capital P is the diametrical pitch. So P into capital P is equal to pi. So Pn is equal to P upon cos psi, and Pn and P are normal and transverse diametrical pitch respectively. So substitute P is equal to 1 by m. Already I discussed in the spur gear. Diametrical pitch is equal to 1 by module. So this one n is equal to m cos psi. This is the relation between the modules, normal and transverse module. So mn is the normal module, m is the transverse module. Similarly, the axial pitch A1 B2 is defined as the axial pitch. A1 and B2 is defined as the axial pitch. It is along the this distance along the axis, so it is known as the axial pitch. And axial pitch PA is equal to P upon tan psi. So if there are two pressure angle, transverse pressure angle alpha and normal pressure angle alpha n. This is the transverse pressure angle. This section is considered along the normal of the along this transverse direction, then this angle is known as the transverse pressure angle alpha, and it is if it cut along perpendicular to the plane perpendicular to the tooth, this angle is known as the alpha and normal pressure angle. So this one, there is relations somewhere it is derived cos phi is equal to tan alpha n divided by tan alpha. Alpha n is the normal pressure angle and alpha is the transverse pressure angle. That is important relations between the helix angle, normal pressure angle and transverse pressure angle. And the normal pressure angle is usually 20 degree. If it is not given in questions, you can take the 20 degree. The pitch circle diameter D of the helical gear is given by D is equal to ZP by pi. You know this relation. So Z upon capital B, that is the diametrical pitch, and it is expressed at the Z into M, that is module. So Z and M is equal to Mn by cos phi. So D is equal to Zmn by cos phi. So you can find the center distance between two gears. A is equal to d1 by 2 plus d2 by 2 is equal to Zmn by 2 cos phi plus Z2 Mn by 2 cos phi. So A is equal to Mn Z1 plus Z2 upon 2 cos phi. Velocity ratio I is equal to omega p by omega g, that is the Zg upon the Zp. Zg and Zp is the number of teeth on the gear and pinion. Now virtual number of teeth, it is important. What is the virtual number of teeth? So in the pitch cylinder of the helical gear is cut by the plane AA, which is normal to the tooth element. This is shown in this diagram. The pitch cylinder is cut by the normal plane. So this along this plane, this is normal of the teeth. This is a plane normal to the teeth, and it is cut in this way. If the pitch cylinder of helical gear is cut by a plane A, which is normal to the tooth element, as shown in the figure, intersection of the plane AA and the pitch cylinder extended produced an ellipse. The ellipse is shown by dotted line, and the semi-minor and semi-major axis of this ellipse is, this one is the ellipse. This is the ellipse which is normal. This plane is the normal plane of the tooth, and here ellipse is formed whose minor and major axis is a minor axis is d by 2 cos phi and d by 2 cos phi, and this one is the major. This is the major semi-major axis, and semi-minor axis is d by 2, which is shown in the figure, d by 2. So when we draw a circle along this tangent line, so by relations there is a circle which is drawn by considering this is the circular pitch. So the radius of this circle will be r dash, and r dash is obtained mathematically a dash by a square by b. So a substitute the value of a and b. So r dash is equal to d upon 2 cos square psi. And this the design of the helical gear as imaginary sphere gear is considered in the plane AA, with center at O dash having the pitch circle radius of r dash and module Mn. Now it is behave as the spur gear of the radius r dash and module is the Mn. The pitch circle diameter d dash of the virtual gear is d dash is equal to 2 r dash is equal to d upon cos square psi. So number of teeth z dash on the imaginary spur gear is called the virtual teeth. The number of teeth z dash on the imaginary spur gear is known as the virtual number of teeth, and it is given by virtual number of teeth is obtained z dash is equal to 2 pi r dash upon pn. So we substitute the values, so you will get the d upon mn cos square psi, and d upon mn is the substitute the value of mn is equal to mn is substitute the value of in the term of the z, mn is equal to m upon m cos psi. So m cos psi and d by m is equal to z. So this becomes the virtual number of teeth z dash is equal to z upon cos q psi. So you can using now module mn, this one is the module mn. You can consider this module. Addendum an is equal to mn, and addendum for this circle, addendum AAMN, addendum 1.25 mn, clearance, so you know the 0.25 mn, and addendum circle dA is equal to d plus 2ha, that this one is the using formula you will get this one. Addendum dF is equal to d minus 2hf, so this one the relations dF. And now the normal pressure angle alpha n is always 20 degree. The helix angle varies from 15 to 25 degree. The proportion of top view of helical gear is shown in the figure. This one is the gear engaged at this point and terminate at this point. It is a line contact. It is so it is explained that how can find the B. You should study this one, how can find the B. Minimum width of this gear is the pi mn upon sin pi. It is you can understand it by seeing this explanation. Now there is a question, you can solve this question. It is based on this theory. So I am finished this video. At this point I will upload another video, continuous video of this topic. Okay, thank you for your watching and patience.